right, our beautiful people, una welcome again. This na the portmanteau today. That program where they tell us they get the mind to chook mouth for all the matters where other programs them not the fit chook mouth put. The matter we carry come on top portmanteau today. As one growing trend, where they grow fast and grow like a wildfire, for our society today. Where we they grow up, we dey always dey hear when our parents go to tell us say, everything where they work for now for my children. This houses where they build now so that make I fit leave something for my children after when I don't go. This business where they try raise now because make my children for not suffer after them finish school. So most of the time we dey hear anything where they do now for my children, anything where they do now for my children. But recent times now in this present generation, we discover say that thing don't change now. Most parents now go to tell them say, waiting I get now my own, my house now my own, my business now my own. They go they tell their children, say waiting me I get na my own, na me work for am, na me build am, so na my own, and I go do am as I like, and that one and I can they become a concern to us. Say wetin come dey happen, parents no want dey leave inheritance for their children again ni abi na wetin dey happen for our society today. Now that one now we can say make we carry come on top the portmanteau today and make we come touch light the matter wetin dey cause am, why parents now they change their mind, say wetin dem get to na them own, make their children go work or go hustle to get their own properties or to build their own business by themselves. And to join body discuss this matter with me today, I get one person where be cultural enthusiast. This man they very deep and root inside African culture, and then this man they very get deep interest in the way when our cultural dynamics can they change now gradually can they give way to modern civilization. Ladies and gentlemen, make I not talk too much. I get this ogbonge oga with me inside the studio today. I get Mr. Kamoru Taye, the one everybody they call Mr. Biggs. Mr. Biggs,
yes sir,
welcome to the portmanteau today.
Talk. It's a pleasure being here today.
Thank you.
It's a pleasure being here. Thank you very much.
Wow, Mr. Biggs, my mind sweet say you get time come our studio today because yes, I just the reason say this thing a cultural matter.
Exactly.
Who we fit call to come discuss this matter with us. So now our mind just click say Mr. Biggs na cultural man.
Yes, exactly.
So basically now, how is the African culture? It's like in recent time, not only in what we are discussing today, in recent time discover say African culture now don dey shift ground for Western culture. Let me just use that like that. And how is this and why is this happening?
Okay, thank you very much. If you are to look at it, most of our culture is now changing nowadays.
Okay.
It's just as if, it's just according to a saying in Yoruba, in which I'm going to translate in English, that any abi won mo ki n wu won, eni leni ohun ni ya won lára. Wọ́n ní ó díá fún ìwọ̀dẹ̀rẹ̀ tí ó máa ṣe alábàárìn ẹja. That is, the person they gave birth with them, they never cherish the person. It is someone else, or someone else's culture that they appreciate, they cherish. So they now make a comparison of a fish that is beneath the water and the baits coming above the water. That the fish wants to make a friend with the baits coming above the water, not knowing that is that baits coming above the water that is going to take the fish away from its convenient place.
Wow.
So what I'm trying to say in essence is that most of the culture, African culture now that we are now diluting, is causing many things negatively. In the sense that many people are now thinking, or what many people think is that is bringing dynamic, that is, things are changing and all those things. And according to a saying that that is a banana or a plantain is getting rotten and you are saying it's getting ripe. That is, something is getting out of hands. The way many things are being shaped in the olden days, that things are being arranged the way it's supposed to be, is not so as at now. Because even if you are to look at it in the society nowadays, the society of then is not like the society of today.
So what like why I'm worried about our culture slipping out of our hands is because even those that are saddled with the responsibility of being the custodian of our culture, African culture, most of them are even opting for the Western, Western culture. What did you think went wrong? Are they not seeing anything in our culture anymore? I mean, the custodian of the culture themselves, they are now imbibing. Like I had a fashion designer on the show some time ago. I discovered when somebody will now use like it's even trending today. You see somebody will use ashofi to sew trouser and sew top, and they will now wear sneakers on it. Or some will even merge it with some African kind of foreign fabric, foreign fabric mixed with ashofi. You understand? So what is becoming of our culture in Africa? The custodians themselves, what are they doing? Are they sleeping on it, or what efforts are they making to revive the African culture, using Nigeria as a case study, as a specific?
Oh, okay, thank you very much. You see, there's a saying that says ẹni tí ó tó aṣọ wọ̀ tó wá ń sọ aṣọ kọ́ ojú á máa tì ni. That is the person that is capable of putting on the befitting clothes. Instead of putting on the befitting clothes, is not hanging the clothes and almost being striped naked. It will bring shame. So that is what is happening regarding to the custodian of culture the said custodian of culture, but are not really going in line with the culture.
The demands of the culture.
So what am I saying in essence is that most are not saying, okay, let's go in line, or let's walk in what is in vogue, that is the fad in the society. Let's go by it, in which is now shifting us away, or let me even use the word devey, is deveying us from our African culture, or I should streamline it to Nigerian culture, to our Nigerian culture, in which there are many things in the culture. Is it the culture of greeting, regard to the elders? Because regarding to the elders now is almost going into extinction. It's almost going into extinction. All this culture, because they are what we call cultural materials. So the cultural materials now are almost fading. So now, the custodian of culture, what I'm going to say or advise is that we should go back to the culture. That we are operating our culture doesn't mean we are barbaric. Doesn't mean that we don't know what we are doing, or doesn't mean that we are not exposed
in our own way.
When we follow
right.
our own culture, they say that we should dilute it. I'm not against that, but do it in the right way. We should do it in the right way. By doing that, there are some culture that they will say, no, this one is archaic. This culture is archaic. This culture is evil. So the one that we know that is not okay for the modern society, I mean in quotes, that we will say is evil, that we think is evil, we should take it away. Yes, there's nothing bad in it. But there are some culture that we need not to take away, that are even when the Western countries, the Oyinbos, I should put it that way, when they now let me use the word, receive that culture from us, they will go and modernize it and bring it back to us, and we will be buying it in huge amounts. For instance, now in Yoruba culture, there are some tribes that when you give birth to a child, there are ways that they will know maybe this child is really our child. Or the other way around.
I know.
So now there are processes that they will do.
Procedures. Traditional procedures.
Yes.
I know.
If it is the River Nile area, they throw the child inside in the water and all this inside the river, and From there, they will know the right. Maybe the child is really theirs or not.
I'm aware of that.
So now we are no more doing that. There are some culture in which the mother will carry the baby and move. They will pour water on the roof. The mother will move in, move out. In that process, they will know the real child. Maybe the child is a real child of the family or not.
Or not. And because of that, all this problem of paternity test, DNA test.
So that's why
we don't have them that time.
Yes, that's why now the Western countries now receive that from us and bring DNA to us. Yes.
So in your own words, that is what they translate into DNA
test.
So confirm if you are
the real child.
Mr. Biggs, that's good. Thank God it's fine that we started on that note. But let's go back to why we are here today.
Okay.
Which is that parents are now, diverting from this our norms, what we grew up to know. When a father or a mother is working, they'll say, I'm doing all this because of my children, so that I will leave inheritance for my children, this and this and that and that. So, but in modern days now, we discover that that thing is gradually going into extinction. Modern day parents will tell their child, look, what I have is my own. I will do it as I like. You get my point now. There is even an example I heard of, that the man sold all his properties, you understand?
Yes.
And wrote it in he didn't sell. They say he wrote it in his will because he has been telling his children, go and work, go and raise yourself, go and build yourself, go and do this, go and do that. They say before he died, he now wrote it in his will that at his demise, you understand that everything he owned should be sold and should be given to charity.
Wow.
You understand what I'm trying to say? Leaving nothing for the wife. I think he only said, okay, they should give part of it to his wife. You understand? But nothing at all, for the children. So this is a growing trend now. You understand what I'm trying to say? What did you grow up to know as a cultural man of what parents really owe their children? Is inheritance part of it?
Okay, thank you very much. There's a saying or words that says torí ogun la ṣe ń jagun. Torí ogun la ṣe ń ṣogun. So torí ogun lógun fi wà. So what I'm saying is that it's because of heritage that we fight war. It's because of heritage that some people go extra mile into shaming and the likes. So then, according to the question you asked, that's what did I go with? What I go with is that when our mother, we always tell us, I'm working because of you people and all those things. Likewise, our father told us that, okay, I'm working because of you people and all those things. But if you look at it, things are changing. Let's take it for instance now, a child, because of he knows that, okay, my dad owns this house, owns that house and all those things, and he's not serious. He's not serious. Okay, if you go to some streets now, you see some boys. In the morning, you see them outside. Noon, you see them outside. Even at night, you see them outside. What are they doing? Drinking, playing, and all those things. You won't see them doing something tangible. If you find out, they say, I'm a landlord in it. That is a landlord's child. Especially, it's common among the male. And I wish most of them will now become a nuisance to the streets. So now a child doing that, automatically, even let me say psychologically, you know what is relying on. Even some would have even go to the extra mile of maybe convincing the mother and all those things to tell the father that, okay, out of the flats, maybe out of the 6 units, maybe 3 bedrooms, 6 units of 3 bedroom that is in that building. Maybe he should be collecting
rent.
1 rent.
when the man is still
There are
alive.
things, yes, there are things with sin. If the father did not allow that, there are a lot of problem in the house.
But one thing I want to really confirm is this: do parents really owe their children inheritance? Is it? Do they really owe? Is it a debt a parents owe their children?
Okay, thank you. Parents owes their children inheritance, but inheritance have definition. What I mean is that there are different types of inheritance. We have the academic inheritance. We have the moral value inheritance. Òun lọ́ fi máa ń sọ pé ọmọ tá a kọ́ ní gbélé tá a kọ́ tà. That is a not well nurtured, not well trained. We sell the house we build.
Okay.
That is, if it's not well trained, there's two different aspects there. If it's not well trained, it's a different ball game. If it's well trained but did not receive the training, it's a different ball game. That's why they say akọ gbawa, akọ abi iko owa. That is, the child we trained, we gave birth, we did not train. Okay. It's separate. The child we gave birth and we trained but did not activate or receive the training is different. So what brought that discussion is that I'm telling you that inheritance have definition.
Okay.
So we have the giving birth, we have the education, heritage, we have the moral values, heritage, and the likes. So now, for you to give your a parent owes the child, especially those two.
Education and moral.
Yes, in these modern days, morals. That's why you see many universities, or I even know of a university that they said we award academic excellence on character and academic excellence.
Yeah.
So, which means character, attitude matters a lot. And where will the child receive the inheritance? Where will he receive it? From the parents. So that is, from there he has received some heritage there. Okay. It's not compulsory to be a material heritage. So he has received some heritage. So that's why if a child behaves somehow outside or behave to the mother like to the father, they will say he took after a mom or his mom.
Yes.
And he so that means they are telling us that he received the inheritance of that character from the mother or from the father. So to buttress that, heritage can also be what? Can also be character. Then academics or education, which is very important. Then another inheritance or heritage that can be received from a parent is maybe their skills, the skills they do, maybe their furniture and all this, and so you can receive the inheritance by looking at it as you're looking. You don't need to pay for you learning again. You don't need to be a pupillage or apprentice. Another word for it, apprentice. You don't need to pay for it again. So in one way or the other, you've received inheritance in that way.
So basically, inheritance has no clear definition of what it must be.
What that is not specific thing.
Yeah,
that is not that
attached to a particular thing. Like many people are attaching it to properties.
Exactly.
Okay. So now, what do you think is causing this growing trend, whereby parents are saying, "What I have is my own. Go and work for your own"? What do you think is propelling this trend? Can it be attributed to social influence, or are our parents now bowing down to social demands or Western culture influence? What do you think is causing this, rather than upholding our traditional, basics that you must leave inheritance, or you have to leave inheritance for your children?
Okay, thank you. It can be a social influence. It can be due to what they've experienced or what they've seen. They've seen. Because there's a saying that says, "Afiogbon logbon shogbon." Niki njeki akbe agba nibere. That is using someone else's wisdom, experience, applying it to yours, will make you what? Wise. So, peradventure, maybe they've seen someone that the child has really focused on the heritage and later killed the father or harmed the mother or the father. So that might propound the father, or let me use the word parents, telling the child that go and work for your own. This one is our own. This one is our... Okay, let's look in the news. In the news, was it not last week or last 2 weeks, that a child killed the father?
Okay, yes.
That
in Abuja, right? In Abuja.
Yes.
Yeah, I think I heard that news.
Stating that the father did not let him live a luxury life.
Despite working for the father.
He was working with the father in the company. Number one, are you going to say the child is suffering? Suffering in the sense that we should look at other people. Number one, he working in the company of the father, I know he won't be in a low cadet.
At all.
He won't be in a low level in that company.
Yeah.
Then the other one is that there's nothing like maybe he's looking for job again. He has a job security. That has been sorted. So, looking at it, I can look at it that maybe peer group influence, that maybe going to club and the likes, that they are spending, maybe I'm just using this word. I'm not saying that's I'm not saying that's how it is.
Yeah,
that maybe others are spending 100,000 just on just saying 100,000. Then he is just spending maybe 50,000 and all this. They were saying, "Wake up! Your father is this. Your father is that. All this." So from there, it gets
into his head.
to his head, and let him start misbehaving. So that is on the aspect of peer group. Then we can also say ice covetousness. That's what that is looking at it that I need to have this now. If this father died now, I'll be the one that will take over. Maybe out of the old siblings, I'm not saying that's how it is.
Yeah.
Maybe out of the siblings, maybe he's the one working in the company. Maybe some are in outside country and all this. And let's even look at it. What might have caused it that a parent will call a child that this property is not yours. Go and work for your own. That means there might have been past sins, that's bad sins that might have happened in the past.
That means the parents to lose faith or confidence in that child.
To sum it up, that no, maybe it's because of the properties and all those things you are seeing, that's why you are misbehaving, that's why you are doing this. And before a parent can call a child in that way, go and check the history. Go and check well. They would have done a lot in the child's life. Maybe a child that maybe right from secondary school he has been acting badly. He has been causing a lot of sins in which is the father, the mother, the parents that are paying for it. Believing that anything he does, he will go scot-free with it.
We'll take a break there. Okay. Basically, so it's about social demands and about social influences and about past experiences. That is why some of our modern day parents are saying they are the owners of their properties. Their children should go and work hard to earn their own. We will take this very short break. When we come back, we will now enter into the effects. How is this shaping our society? what effect is it having on our society today? That's what we'll be discussing when we come back from this short break. We cannot go anywhere. We'll come back now.
Welcome to Zaki for Men Only. We are a brand and redefined bespoke wears for men. We are a brand with a total difference in fashion. Our clients' fashion sense and satisfaction is our utmost priority. We specialize in executive tailoring, wedding suits, ethnic fashion, casuals, and accessories. For bookings and inquiries, 08028612610. Instagram, Zaki4Men.
All right, my people, now welcome back again. This is still the Portmanteau today. We still talk about parents of nowadays, whether they talk say whatever they work for, whatever they build, whatever the achievement where they get while they are alive. Say now them get time. Say make their children, go hustle for them. Oh, make them go hustle, build their life, or go hustle, build their own wealth, or build their own property. Now that one, I would look whether now good trend or be not be good trend, and we get our own very own big brother inside our studio today, Mr. Kamoru Taye, but aka Mr. Biggs. He don't talk so many things about this matter as he take the affect us. But now what we want to check on is that how is this shaping our society? The parents that are already doing it, are they really finding fulfillment in it? You understand? I know they might not be alive anymore. You understand what I'm trying to say?
Yeah,
but those that are alive, that are witnessing it, do they think people are finding fulfillment, in this trend?
Thank you very much. There are processes to it in order to find fulfillment in it. So those that follows the right process find fulfillment in it. In the sense that, number one, the child, since before you can tell a child that this property is mine, go and work for your own. That means you've given the child some steps up. Maybe you've given him an inheritance of connection to a good work, to a good job.
Okay.
Or you've established the child. You've established such child. So you've let him or her know that, okay, at least I've helped you to some extent.
Don't put eye in my property.
Don't put eye in my property. This property is mine. So it will put the child on the run in order to face, not that any little thing is coming to the father or to the mother, and he won't maintain or manage the company that you've established for him or her. He won't manage the job he or she have. He won't manage it well. He knows that if he comes back, there are some things for him or her to bank on. So once he knows that such things are not there, then for parents looking at fulfillment in it, number one, as I say that there are processes to it. I've mentioned one process. The other one is that having a good legal backing. In the olden days, there is nothing like legal backing. Ogun lo magbele. So that's Ogun, the god of iron, was the legal backing there. That's this. That's after he died. If you change my decision, Ogun hear me, the child too will be there. Such things should happen. Such thing will happen. So that was like a court. I mean, COURT.
Yeah.
That's like a court of law, but the indigenous court of law. Then, in which they know that, okay, it's sealed. Now, looking nowadays, we need to look at it in a legal way or legal backing. So, that is, it's not compulsory the child should know that, okay, this property is not for you, is this, is that. Because there are some child, you have to know your child. There's a saying that akinigi logba kamamo iswe. That is, you won't have a tree in your compound and you say you did not know the type of tree such tree is. So you know the child you have, that okay, this child is a furious person. That is, he can go extra mile. This child is a Bible person. That is, he talks a lot. He can't keep the secret. You won't keep the secret with him or her. There are some child, you know that, no, if I should tell him this, he can keep it for years. and it won't leak out. So it depends. And what will work for this person might not work for the other person, for the other parents. So it depends on how that parent train the children.
So, but now, why I want, there's something very deep that I want to understand.
Okay.
In terms of parents-children relationship, are you getting me now? With this trend growing, is it fostering children to be closer to their parents, or it is chasing them far away from their parents? Because some parents today are complaining, I don't see you regularly. You don't understand what I'm trying to say. Shebi, you are the one that said I should go and work for my property. So some of these children will just go far, away from their parents, both in communication, physically, and in everything. You understand? So is it making us a better people, or is it causing some kind of friction now between the parents and their children?
Well, to some, that's why I said it depends on the process used and the child, and how the parents has nurtured
the child.
Number one is that if you did not do anything for a child, you can't say this property is not yours. You must have established the child, maybe academically, in connecting wise, in which the connection is connecting. And we should have a good network.
Not be fail, not be network where they fail.
So once that one is set, it's okay. I don't think there will be any chaos or any differences between the child
and the parents.
So the other thing is that if you did not do for a child, you telling that child that this property is yours, it will be as if you're callous. You're callous. And the sense that once you've established such child, maybe academically and all those things, and it's okay, and all or a child that all his concentration or our concentration is on the property. Is on the property. One, such parents have to be careful in declaring such thing, that this property is not yours, or else he might plan for the mother, or plan for the father,
parents.
or the parents. In that case, call your lawyer, bargain. Okay, let me quickly give you this instance. There was a father. That man has more than 4 properties.
Wow.
So when he's aged, so maybe he has been seeing some signs and all those things. What he did was that he placed it on the market, so get some buyers and let them to know that okay, he has other properties. So but they can't take the possession until he died. So that this property, he knows it's worth so amount. But he is going to reduce the cost a little for them. That immediately he died, after 4 months, that's when they can take the possession. And he is not going to collect the whole money from them. He sold the old house, but the buyers, so his lawyer is aware, he signed, he signed, and the buyer and the lawyers, they also signed and seal it up. So in the agreement, he made them to understand that okay, the remaining money put so then, like 15 years ago.
Wow.
So he mentioned the names, he listed the name of the children.
Okay.
He said, give so person 20 million. Give so person. He listed
all
the amount in which he's not giving more million. No. So that's how he did it. And after 5 years plus, 5 years and few months, he died.
Wow.
He died, and After 4 months, it was executed.
And all the children got their shares.
And all the children were so, number one, he has trained the children to the extent that the children has even, we are independent. We are independent. So, and even the money was just like a plus.
That is another thing I want us to talk about. Now, even this inheritance we are talking about, if you look at nowadays children, you understand, do they even place values on inheritance anymore? Because nowadays children on their own, even without telling them,
Yes.
you know, they are always on their own doing their thing. You understand what I'm trying to say? You know, they don't really care about inheritance. Even some of them that their parents left inheritance for, those inheritances are suffering.
Most of them even just sell it. That what did I want to go and do there?
In fact, the ones that did not sell, most of those inheritance are suffering.
Even the structure, they say this is old structure.
It's old structure.
They just demolish it and build again.
You understand?
Why some will just sell it and say, I can't live in that area. I'm advanced than that. Okay, someone living in diaspora, I should not mention a certain country.
Yeah.
In diaspora, and he has owned a house, or let me just say a house. I should make it singular.
Yeah.
A house over there, and he is living there, living fine and all those things. And they're not telling there's one building in one outskirts and all those things.
That is, they will it, your father or your grandfather
yes.
will it to you.
And when he even valued the properties, it was just like the money he spends maybe in a month.
You can imagine.
So what will happen? You just sell it and send the money.
We sampled some elders' opinion.
Okay.
You understand? So very shortly we'll be taking their opinion on this matter.
Okay.
You understand, to know what they feel about it.
In those days, we are giving children what I call entitlement mentality. And because of that, most of the children in those days, they are not serious. They believe that their parent has worked for them. They don't need to do anything again. And that's why you see, when you look at the kind of education they have that time, so many of them don't pass beyond school set. For instance, I was led at school set how to develop myself as a person. I chose that life because I knew it can't help me. I cannot go to cocoa plantation to go and inherit my father's farm. That's my father's level. And when you look at the hazard of that, there are so many hazards. From experience, you see sibling rivalry. You see brothers killing brother because of their father's property. So, but if you eradicate that, train them to work with their hand, face their life, pursue their career, no one will depend on fathers or mothers' inheritance. So I will say that we need to encourage that. It will help the economy. It will help the society. But when you look at society now, most people are just, you see young grown-up boys hanging around the places, doing nothing. It's an error. Because when you do that, that I'm working for my children, so the children don't need to work again. And the kind of work you are doing that time cannot sustain them for future. What you gather today now, so many things will happen, like inflation and the rest of we cancel what you have done. And when they inherited those things, it will not help them. Like building a house for your children now. After 10 years, that house will not be a house again. Maybe a hut. So, and that's why we don't even need to look back again. What we have done in the back is an error. And that's why I support every parent that are doing that today. My property belong to me and my wife. So the children, what we need to do is to support them, train them academically, give them training, support their career, support their chosen vision, to them to grow. So no one will come and kill you before you. And we have seen even where the children will gather and kill their parents to inherit property. This Baba, you have to go and die, let's carry your property. They give parents rest of mind. If I use myself as an example now, nobody tells me to do that. I just discovered that, showing your children that you have worked for them will not allow them to be serious. And I've been telling them from the beginning, say, look, this is what I can do for you, your education, face it, choose your career. You don't need to choose my own profession. Choose your own vision, pursue it, I will support you. And the moment you are okay, then you don't need to look back to come and look at what your father is doing. And that's why I tell people, wealth are not transferable. If I gather some things now, hand over to children, they don't know how to do it. I'm the only one that know how to manage my business and everything. And that's why you see that most of personal business don't survive after their owner. And that is why let's encourage children to pursue their career, hustle with their hand. It pay them more than rely on their parents something, which will not sustain them for future. And that's why you see the white people, transferring their property to a phone dog or anything they want, because they know that their children don't need it. From 18, you are out of your parents. And that's what I do too. Like if my children go, the female, when they are married, I tell you, give me my key. You don't have a room here again. No. That's what I tell them. If you like, go and sustain your marriage. You don't like, you can't come back here.
Wow.
That's a training. You look very hard and tough. But that is the law we can show them. Because tomorrow you may not be there again. Even what they are expecting may not be there again. I encourage you, let's be individualistic.
Now that you are encouraging it, have you told your children this?
They are aware.
They don't
even need my things.
You called them and you told them, or you feel that is body language?
From when they are a child, I used to tell them, I say, face short, this is what I can give to you.
Okay.
Don't expect anything from me apart from this. And I try my best for everyone. And today they are okay. Wow. I've one who's a businesswoman, is doing well. Those who are in career, they are doing well. So they don't have to come back to, I don't have issue from any of them.
So no inheritance for your children?
Well, I didn't tell them directly.
As in you are not bequeathing anything to your children after?
At all.
Just like any other phenomenon, people get used to what they see and copy things from other society. But when you really go down and drill it down, you find out that those who hold that opinion, they are limited in number. They're not in the majority in any way. You can go back and do survey and do research on that, and that's what you will find. And I can even help you to drill down and say, who are those you will find in that category? Saying that, what I've worked for is for me, you go and do your own, what is it called? You find those who are people we call high net worth individuals, HNIs. You may find some of them in that category. You may find those who are having or experiencing family dispute. You understand? You may find those who have challenges, those who are diasporians in Nigeria. Those are the type of people you will find. The average Nigerian, let me not say average African, the average Nigerian still subscribes to what we have been carrying on over the centuries, which is that the responsibility of the parent is to provide for the children and to leave inheritance for their children. And there are many reasons why, many factors why this will be so. Our culture supports it. Our religion, whether you're a Christian or you're a Muslim, you'll find passages that will support it. For instance, the Bible. I'm a Christian, for instance. The Bible says in Proverbs, I think it's Proverbs chapter 13, verse 22a. It says that a good man leaves inheritance for his children's children. So you, as a parent, the moment you brought a child to the world, you start to take care of that child. You provide for the child, you send the child to school till the child graduates maybe from university. When the child graduates from the university, you're still providing for that child in terms of helping to secure maybe good employment or finding business to do. You are providing support. The child gets to adulthood, wants to get married, whether boy or girl, and then when they get married, you probably now at that point say, okay, they have come to adulthood, they can begin to carry responsibilities on their own. But it's not as in you abandon them, because that's not what our culture or what our tradition demands. You're still supposed to provide support for them. And so if you have done this for a greater number of your years as a father for instance, why will you then say you are abandoning them because you die or because you are dead? No, it doesn't. It doesn't make logical sense. But I'm not in support of it. Far away from it. You'll find some children that are active, that are responsible, that are dependable. Then you may find the exceptional ones that are not dependable. So yours is to try to strike a balance. The way to go about it is, I recognize for those who are saying, okay, let my wealth go to charity. They have argument. I can help you to find argument in support. They will tell you, for instance, that we don't want a situation where our children will become excessively dependent. Let them also learn to work. We don't want them to have entitlement mentality. If they learn to work, they learn to make their own money ahead, then they will be able to handle it well. That may be some good explanations to make, but when you look at it, if you decide to hand over your money to charity or your wealth to charity exclusively, one, charity may mismanage your, what is it called? That's number one. Number two, you may be punishing responsible children. Number three, you may be leaving your family, your dependents and others, you may be leaving them in such a vulnerable position that the whole generation may be wiped off after. The children you leave behind, they may still need some form of support. Children may be in school. If you don't leave for them, then how about their education? What do you want them to do? So if your fear is that you don't want them to have entitlement mentality, there are ways to go about it. You can decide to build or to create a trust. If you have a trust, for instance, trust can manage your wealth, your inheritance, and administer it properly. That's one way. You can engage professionals to help you to manage. You can also decide and say, okay, in my will, these are the attainment standards you must attain before you can enjoy my inheritance. For instance, if it's about schooling, you need to graduate from university. You need to have a wife. You need to have a job. You need to have this. State those things clearly so that the child knows this is what for me to be able to get this, I need to get this. So it's something that you need to balance. But also, you also need to consider the fact that part of the trend we're seeing and why some of these things may be coming up as topical issues is that you have children now who are wealthier than their parents. For instance, if you find a child who is wealthier than the parent, the child is thinking, okay, what do they want to even give me that I'm interested in, for instance? So if they're wealthier, they can't be looking at what you have. Do you understand? But that's one side. Number two, if your children are in the diaspora, you are in Nigeria, you have properties, you have things, they may not have the time to come and manage those things. Do you understand? So, but you may as a parent decide, you know what, I'll get professionals to be managing this, but still leave these things in the names of my children. Their responsibility is to continue to provide funds or what have you, support, oversee my estate, oversee whether it's family business that I've left behind, let them oversee and keep it running. You understand? They can appoint managers, they can appoint professionals who will be doing it, but don't just abandon it. Because what tends to happen is, if you don't have a way of passing on to the next generation, that family we may never hear about that family again. I will hesitate to mention a very popular family in Nigeria at some point in time, and then everything just went upside down because they couldn't manage the issue of the wealth that this father left behind. I don't want to mention names, but in my take overall is that you need to learn how to balance things.
Would there be any reason that will make you tell your children that, look, go and hustle for yourself, whatever I've worked for is mine?
No, there will never be any reason for me.
No matter how blessed they are, you will still live. No matter how blessed,
I will still live for them. I will live for spouse, I will live for children, I will live for children's children. I will let it continue to pass from generation to generation. That's my take about it.
Quick one before we wrap it up.
Okay.
as you are now, your parents just called you, say, whatever I have is my own. There is nothing for you. How will you take it?
On my own, I'll look at it that, okay, they've served me to a apex level that I know that, yes, I'm fulfilled. That they will say, what is me? They be telling me by me. So I won't feel somehow because it happens to me.
Okay.
In the sense that, after secondary school, they say my dad died early. So my mom now said, okay, I've tried, and truly tried, many years ago. Very early, late 80s.
Okay.
In primary school, when our dad died, and he tried. We're in private school.
Wow.
Private school.
Before
and not
demise.
just any private school then. So, and our dad died, our mom continued. She was a trader. Trying, selling this, doing this in order to sponsor us, and likewise in our college, that's in our secondary school, doing the same thing. So, someone that do such, and after secondary school, he said, I've tried. So just
continue.
And it's not only me. We are not one. We are not two. We are not three. We are more than that. And he did the same thing. So, such person, such mother, or such woman, or let's say such parents, we should give kudos to her. So telling us that, okay, I've tried and all those things, fight for yourself, but be legal about it. So will I be angry with the person? No. So just opposing it to what you asked now.
Yeah.
So a parent that have tried for a child. And all this is, I'm telling him, oh, mo ṣiṣẹ́ tèmi, ìwọ náà gbìyànjú ṣiṣẹ́ tiẹ̀. That's the language to use. Not ogun yìí ogun mi ni. Ìwọ náà lọ́jà fógun tiẹ̀. That is, I've worked
for my own. Go and work.
No. There are ways of presenting words, even in literature. There are ways of. I worked tirelessly. So you too try to work tirelessly. So just keep on working tirelessly. So if he's a wise child, you should be able to interpret it.
To know what they are saying.
So that is that.
Wow, that's a very good one. But what I'm just looking at in all these things is, like I said earlier on, modernization is taking over. You understand? And this one now coming to add it to modernization. We in Africa, this modernization is a borrowed culture. You understand? It's not part of us.
Oh, it's not part of us.
And what you don't know, what is not part of you, there is no way you can exhibit it judiciously. Are you understanding?
I understand.
There is no way you can get the same effect like those that truly owns the culture, practicing it will get the effect. You understand what I'm trying to say? So
yes.
What I'm looking at is this culture, if it is encouraged, I am looking at a situation where it will further cause a huge separation between the parents and their children. Because here in Africa, we cherish family so much.
Exactly.
We love our children being around us. We love our children coming around us. You understand? We love our children. We love doing things with our children. And if we now start imbibing or start practicing this, this thing, I've worked for it, this is my own, go and do your own, go and earn your own. You understand me now? It will further chase our children into this foreign culture that we are trying to like see how we can manage it, within our space here in Nigeria and in Africa. You understand what I'm trying to say? Because a lot of people during their old age, they don't see their children.
Yes.
Children will say, even the ones that we even want to do, they will hire a house, a nanny, or hire a caregiver for their parents. Say, mommy or daddy, maybe I hired a caregiver. You say, but it's not the same thing as you coming around, being with them at their, during their old age. So this is just my fear about this new trend. Are you understanding?
I understand
Now? This is
it.
my fear, because it will further cause children, parents, separation. And I don't think when it gets to that point, we will be able to manage it as a people. Do you understand?
I understand you.
That's just my fear. So, in a parting words from Mr. Biggs, the way you have been talking since, it's like you are in support of this new trend. Am I right?
Yes.
You are truly in support of it.
I am.
So
but
you will practice it. You will do it to your children.
I am, but in applying wisdom to it.
So you will do it to your children.
Let's watch and see. I did not say yes to that. I did not say no.
No. Tell us. No, if you are in that position, in that space, you will do it to your children.
Let me go and think about it.
All right, our beautiful people. Now so we go take Quench camera on top the show today. It's nice having you in our studio today, Mr. Kamoru Tai,
yes,
aka Mr. Biggs. We will have you again because a lot of issues are always cropping up, especially cultural issues, tradition issues. In Africa, we really want to gain our tradition back so that we will continue to remember our history. And when you remember your history, that will help you know how to to channel yourself, how to behave yourself very well wherever you are. Thank you so very much.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. It's nice being here.
All right.
Thank you very much.
I'm sure you will come again.
Yes, by God's grace.
All right, our people, now so we go take Quench camera on top this show. Like we dey always tell us, say the conversation not the end for inside our studio here. We dey carry them on all our social media platform. All our social media platform, just dey scroll for down the screen now. Don't forget to subscribe, follow us. We will follow you back, and leave your comments concerning this matter. For inside our comment section, and then we go respond to you. All right, not forget, say you be Naija, anywhere where you dey, make you dey rep this country well. Not follow them put hand for wetin go spoil this country name. Not do drugs, because you no get any better thing where they do for body. On to the next one, as make una hold una chest tight.